Welcome, traveler. Now that we know what we're searching for, we can start to collect the 5 power stones of the world's guardians. With them, the Ark will be controllable, and humankind spared from extinction. Our quest for the power stones led us west, far away from home, into this barren land. Our landing was expected, it seems. A strange feller, very interested in where we came from and why we came here. He knew things. It's his business to do so. Introducing himself as Chongara, he invited us to follow him, and quickly. A madman, presumably, not only in Kokura's eyes, but the only lead we got. This shop didn't make him any more trustable, at least in my eyes. Is that a zombie? Alatos is a historically important place, the cradle of our current civilization. The place humankind started anew after a great calamity 3,000 years ago. The guardian we seek is still close to the first city, but pinning the exact location down is, let's say, a very, very hard thing to ask for. But as Kokuru figured, a payment would most certainly spark the right spot in Chongara's mind. Tosh was disgusted by this approach. We stayed the night, free of charge, and traveled the next day through the desert, into a ruin Chongara pointed out for us. He had set his mind on the summon pot, a treasure he expects to be located at the 5th level of this ruin. He would have collected it personally, but you see, the deeper in you traverse, the harder the monsters. He simply couldn't get it alone. He was right. Level 5, and tada! The summon pot. Of course, the man had to verify the authenticity of the find. It passed the test. It is what he looked for, but now he wanted to know why we're searching for the Guardian. Suspicious. Allegedly for no particular reason. Really fishy. Ark tells him anyways that it's not for any personal gains, but for humanity as a whole. An absolute stupid reason for him. A flashback teaches us what's behind Chongara's strange behavior. Seems Ark's father, Yoshua, saved him on a world hunt. That madman! He stood adamant in terms of whom the treasure belonged to. His life was just saved. He could keep it, but once a boy arrives from East in search of a guardian and not focused on personal gains, he will need to assist him. The description of a boring, stupid kid in Chongara's eyes. But nevertheless, he promised to remember and help the kid. Ark fits that description. We fulfilled our part of the bargain, and in return, Chongara led us up into the highlands against some stone monsters. Tough ones. Even Tosh's blade had trouble breaking them. Chongara joined the fight. Funny, his weapon is the summon pot, and it does as the name suggests. For the start, he can summon a healing creature with it, or one which can create tiles. That's something really interesting and unique. Otherwise, he's quite useless. This battle we won in a real fun way. His own bomb. Our previous attacks hadn't been that effective. The Guardian. He wanted us to listen. Humankind has forgotten about them. They keep destroying nature and by that cause the Guardians to lose power. That's the reason why monsters are appearing everywhere. But no matter how many of them surface, humanity stays ignorant. Ark has to change that. He has to slay the monsters which restrain the Guardians. He put hope into us and entrusts Ark with the Lightstone. Let's not disappoint him. Chongara had kept his promise. His debt should be repaid. Time to say goodbye. Somehow he seems conflicted. Wasn't leading us up here enough to repay Yoshua? Seems not. Whoa, he's quick. Ark is confused, as I am. Why would he want to come with us? There's no profit for him to be gained. But apparently he had changed his mind, ostensibly based on the Guardian's influence. Not very conclusive. But fine, he can stay. Time for Gauguin to shine. Kinda literally. Back east. The next stop is Amaidar in Gratian. That's halfway back home. I'm surprised that Chongara really joined us. He's interesting, and I'm curious of what other creatures may be added to a summon pot. Anyways, we got the location for the next episode. Let's meet again there. Until then, bye!